their bullpen has always kind of been, it cost them against the Cardinals in the World Series in '06 when they couldn't they couldn't perform simple PFPs, and the bullpen is just, when they had like Zubaya and Fernando Rodney, they were solid, but they really, I like Chamberlain. I just don't think they need to strengthen that bullpen a lot more. And I feel like they need another starter. Shields would probably be a good move for them if they can convince him that nobody's going to sign him for the money he's looking for.
Right. Yeah. No, they've been consistently inconsistent when it comes to that bullpen. But I mean, probably honestly, the biggest shock out of that whole list in the Central. We'll move to the West here in a minute. But 72 wins for the Kansas City Royals. After going to the World Series, losing James Shields, is that enough to drop them that much? That's kind of been the interesting thing. They lost Aaron Crow. They traded him to Minnesota, to Miami, and then you got Wade Davis. They ended up, bringing him back, so that's going to be good. And they lost a lot of guys out of the bullpen. They weren't, any parts of the major cogs that were so successful last season. But how, like I said, how weird and creepy middle relief can be, where 1 year they're incredibly consistent, and the next year they fall off the table. And then they haven't really figured anything out. They signed Ryan Roberts from Arizona. They ended up picking up Ryan Jackson from the Dodgers, and brought in Kendry Morales and Alex Rios. I mean, those were their major additions. Brought in Moises Sierra too, but I'm just not really sure that it's all there. And you know me, man, I'm not a big Ned Yost guy. Ned Yost is a great guy, but when it really comes down to it, I mean, come on, you can't really trust him. Driving the, it's a monkey driving a limousine. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yost, when you limit his resources, I'm not confident that he's going to be able to pull through. The bullpen. My theory on that is, the reason why it's so tough to repeat is, teams deplete their bullpen. Like, as soon as trouble starts to brew in the playoffs, teams panic and go right to their bullpen if they have a good bullpen. And once you get to the World Series, I mean, you've logged a lot of innings onto those pitchers out of the pen. And especially with the Royals, I mean, they'd go to the pen in like the fifth inning at times. Like, they'd just be like, okay, let's just get our starter through 5, and then we'll go to the bullpen.
Right.
Those bullpen guys do not bounce back tremendously well the next season. I mean, you look at guys like Brian Wilson. I mean, that's why there's...
Can't overuse them.
Yeah, you overuse them. They go in the tank the next year, and... it's funny. I mean, you look at like Mike Adams when he was with Texas. Texas's bullpen depleted after, their World Series runs. That's why it's so tough to not only repeat, but get back to the World Series. And the Royals were really like the team was okay, but they were built on two things: their bullpen and, capitalizing off of mistakes that the other team made. And I guess if those mistakes don't go their way this year, then 72 wins is realistic, I'd say.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's I'm kind of shocked. I'm going to run through these numbers here right before we hit the break, but looking at the AL West, we'll come back. We'll touch on the. I'm just going to throw out the numbers here. We'll talk about the AL West when we get back, but some shocking numbers here. They got the Angels right now with 90 wins. Okay, and I know they were number 1 in baseball last year. But that was kind of I wasn't very convinced by that whole win total there, especially knowing, just where that starting pitching staff is going to be, and all the issues with Pujols, even though he kind of had a bounce back, and Josh Hampton, all the issues that he's had, so that kind of weirds me out a little bit. But then you have the Seattle Mariners with 87 wins. The Oakland Athletics with 84, the Texas Rangers with 83, and the Houston Astros at 77. And now it's not a huge jump for the Astros, but they are making slow movements, towards sustained success. Well, basically what the Cubs have been trying to do, and so that's been an interesting watch. But again, if you want to touch on anything that's happening in the AL West, when we come back here in the second half, we're going to get to our guy eventually here, Cody. And we're going to talk about this band, Baby Kid. It's I'm kind of weirded out a little bit. Baby Kid sounds kind of strange. Not really sure what they're going to sound like, but we'll go with the flow. But eventually, like I said, we're going to get back to Ernie Banks, and then we're going to get eventually into the Super Bowl. So right before we get to all that stuff, we're going to cut the break. If you want to talk about any of those things, feel free to call in 585-633-7487. 585-633-7487. You can find us latenightsportsradio.com. You can tweet us at LN Sports Radio. Okay. You can also tweet us at Johnnie Bobbo. You can get us on Spreaker apps.
I'm just about that action, boss.
Does it seem like even if you try, the moral of the
Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at latenightsportsradio.com.
Here we are, late sports radio, the Johnnie Bobbo Show. Basically, what we're doing here, we're going to talk back now. We're going to get into this where we left off here, talking about the AL East or West, actually. Los Angeles Angels, Seattle Mariners, Oakland Athletics, Rangers, and Astros at 90, 87, 84, 83, and 77 wins apiece. Bobbo, which one of those numbers scares you the most right now? Which one stands out?
It surprises me that after how horrendous a season that the Rangers had last year, that they are.
Yeah, the Rangers ended up actually making several moves. They made a few via trade, and they ended up actually able. They moved JPR and Sebia. That was a guy where I've kind of been waiting for him to kind of come around over the last several years. He eventually ended up going over to Baltimore. I think that's a pretty good fit for him. But one of these guys that they keep, picking up and losing and getting and losing off of, waivers is kind of a victim